Whoa. Did anyone else know that the king sounded like that when you place him? I've never heard him placed as the first troop. That was such an evil laugh. There was no other sound going on, so you could properly hear it. That's so cool. Anyways, what I was going to say is this is an anti-3. This is something that we can probably expect to see from RIQIREZ. Now, he won't be hitting this base because no one at a World Championship is going to run a base that's been used before, surely. But he will be hitting lots of anti-3s, and you have to assume it's with Sui Lalo. It's his stock standard army. So yeah, he's going to be doing plenty of this at Worlds. How is he going to take this base down? The RC. Oh, no! No! He was so close to greatness. You could tell what he wanted to do. But I actually thought the RC might go for the multi next, because the RC hates to jump walls. Queen gets rid of that air defense, though. That's pretty handy. But yeah, he has to Lalo into the Eagle here. You can't leave that Eagle compartment up for last. Oh, I just got a... Whoa. Chat, you know when you get like a shiver down your spine? What the... That's the weirdest... That was an odd thing to happen on stream. I'm sorry you guys had to see me all just like tremor. Okay. He's still got the Stone Slammer. I assume he's going to try and save it for after the Town Hall. No, he's got to use it with the Town Hall because there's not many Lalo. There's not much Lalo up. Not many Lalo. Not much Lalo up. This is where it's nice to have the clone, I bet. As we all know, Tom is, you know, kind of mastering the clone. Is he going to warden 2 balloons? He actually did. The Dragon Rider takes a big hit. Look at that Ice Hound. If only it could have popped like a second earlier. Can this Drag Rider live? Because there's like nothing on the back end. I think he gets this. I think he gets this. Lol, what's that balloon doing there? Warden hit. You just gotta hit twice. No, he doesn't even have... Yep, he did. I was right. Nicely done. Does he have the time? I don't think he does. I can't tell. This is too close to call. We're gonna have to wait to the last second. Oh, what? The retarget. If they went up, there was no way he was gonna get it. But they went up and came back down, gets a building down just in time, and that is going to secure the triple for RIQIREZ. One of the many anti-3s I expect him to triple this month on a stream. This base is disgusting, and with 3 multis, I can't imagine RIQIREZ is happy. Yep, he said game hates me in chat. Your channel requires content. As in, are you going to do an ultra content approach, or you just... I mean... Every channel requires content, Rick. You would know this as the owner of this channel. I mean, RIQIREZ, you can say what you want. Can he invis the king and the queen here? That would be OP. So I don't... Yeah, he uses the invis anyway. Shoot once, queen. Ah, we've only got 1 poison left. We're gonna have to use it on the headhunters, right? Yeah, so that lava hound we will have no poisons for. So do your thing. Stone Slammer coming in. The problem with this Stone Slammer's nice, but what are we gonna do to deal with this RC? He freezes. See, that's just so smart. That's just so smart. Ice Hound, look at what this Ice Hound's gonna do. Oh, nice. Let's see if it's worth it, that rage. There's not too much in the core, but if it gets the job done, it's pretty worth it. Drag Rider's doing everything that's in its power to avoid the rage, but it can't. Oh my lord, look at it eat those red bombs. There can't be many red bombs left on the base. Nah, this is wrecked. RIQIREZ, you were complaining about this base and you just took a dump on it. This isn't even close. Your channel requires content. Well, this is pretty good content, my friend. You just annihilated this. Not even close. Is this Suilalo? This is in fact Suilalo. And on top of that, you're watching, at minimum, a top 3 Suilalo player in the world here. At minimum. There are plenty of people, I'm sure, who would try and make the case that he's their best. Absolutely insane. Look at that. Skelly's OP. Loons just slowly marauding their way across the base. I'm not sure that was the right verb, but we're going to go with it. It sounded cool. Speaking of cool, RIQIREZ is the ultimate cool. Wait a second. Skelly's, take out the storage. It took so long. That actually got close to a time fail. Okay, RIQIREZ coming up against a Lost Lithium player. They're always up high in Legends. He's used one Skelly. Sorry we missed the start of this. Trying to give someone VIP. King goes in and gets the scatter. We all know the approach on the box spaces if you can Sui the Town Hall. And he can definitely Sui the Town Hall here. Unfortunately, he can't use this last Headhunter. He needs it to kill the defensive RC on the back end. Look at these defensive CC archers. They're like, well, I don't know where to go. That was a pretty handy invis, though. That was a pretty handy invis. And now Queen can deal with the CC really easy. Yeah, no, your Twitch name isn't the easiest to give VIP to, Stefan. But that's okay. It's okay. Will you make a Sui Lalo guide? I'm planning to record a lot of the Lalo guide tomorrow, even though I'm not that good at Lalo. And then the Sui Lalo guide might come in like a month. I'll get RIQIREZ on voice with me or something. We'll see though. One guide at a time. Losing a lot of balloons, but I feel like they just keep regenerating back. He loses some and then another 5 step up in its place. Oh, that's such a good Warden and Rage. Look at these loons. They're going to run over the back end. Got no more spells, but does it really matter? We got all the loons tanking for our Dragon Rider. It's staying in front, looking great. Scattershot does get one last hit off, and that's going to be it. Oh, he's just on fire today. Nicely done, RIQIREZ. Smashed it again. Yep, look at that. Sick NATO, bro. Gets one lava pup. You can't even bring a lava pup in an army comp. That's how insignificant that NATO trap was. How did the Warden... I was like, that looks like 100 troop space went to the left, and the Warden's like, nah, I ain't following them. That's the Warden AI for you, but it doesn't stop RIQIREZ from smoking bases. I swear this is the only style of base in Legends. This is the only style of base in Legends League. Obviously it's not, but RIQIREZ has hit so many of these today. He's hit so many. And he's tripled all of them. Let's see if he can take this one down as well. This Sui initially is not looking that good though. Because the RC is not going to do much. She doesn't have an invis for her. If I'm not mistaken... also that Archer, I don't know if you guys saw it, that Archer is the most clutch Archer you will ever see. But the RC didn't have an invis, so she's not going to get as much. She still gets a solid chunk, but we have to use a lot of spells there. We have no freezes left. Chat, have a look. If you're on YouTube, go and have a look at that. You can just see him place an Archer with his Queen. I don't know if he... I'm pretty sure he placed it. I don't think that was the Queen ability. That Archer kills that skeleton that was running at the Queen and stops the Queen from switching off the Town Hall. If he didn't get that skeleton down, that Archer down, the Queen switches to the first skeleton, but then would have shot the other skeletons after it. That's simply put the most insane Skelly I've ever seen. I'm very confident I saw that correctly as well. Man's absolutely insane. Headhunters are fighting the king though, which means this queen's been in a bit of trouble. Look at that though, the raged headhunter takes out the defensive queen just in time. Do we have enough? I don't think we do, because the warden's got no power. He died, actually. Unfortunate for RIQIREZ here. That was definitely a jinx on my part. I feel bad for that one, but that's unfortunate. Yeah, no, if you have another Rage Rick, you dominate that base, but you just didn't have one for the initial entry. But that's the downside of this army comp. RIQIREZ isn't bringing an Ice Golem or a Giant that you see so many other Sui Lalo players bring. None of that, so you kind of just gotta hope that a skeleton spell or two is enough to tank for the queen. Works more often than not, just not in this scenario, unfortunately. Nice try there to Rick. Okay. This attack, we've got RIQIREZ and Snore Pandora. Oh, she woke herself up from the snoring. I know RIQIREZ is attacking, but we've got a doggo in the background. No, she's hidden back in the covers. Oh my word. She was snoring so loud she woke herself up. Anyways, we'll actually focus on the attack here. King hopefully goes inside the base. This just doesn't look like a fun base to Sui, but hey, if you're going to run an Ice Hound on defense, I think RIQIREZ is happy with that. No Headhunter to deal with. Oh, we don't get the, do we get the enemy RC? I could not see anything in that mess. Why? There's no way this is a good idea. Bro, you're just flame throwing straight into a mortar. What am I watching, RIQIREZ? This is the slowest flame flinger you've ever seen. Oh, look at the explosion here. RIQIREZ, what am I watching? This is so funny. The slowest flame flinger you've ever seen. There's actually no way. Now he's laloing from like 2 sides. He has to be trolling, right? He has to be trolling. Never seen such a trolley hit in my life. I never knew I needed to see an Ice Hound on a Flame Flinger this badly. I hate this base with a passion. Look, it's not a fun base, but I'm not sure Flame Flingering into an Ice Hound's the way to go. I think if you just do a normal Lala with a Stone Slammer, doesn't that work? Diamond base. It took me a while to piece together this was symmetrical. I don't know if I've been streaming too long, or if it's just a unique looking diamond. Like, look at it. The channel from the eagle goes all the way to the CC building. It's very unique. King doing, well, absolutely nothing. Oh well, at least he can tank the Lava Hound now. No RC! RC! Good RC. Don't know what she's doing, but it wasn't helpful. Does he freeze? Nah. If he had an invis, it would have been worth it. But with that ground bow and a single, it's not worth 2 freezes to get 1 single Inferno. It's pretty simple to see what this entire Lalo is going to be all about, by the way. Can he get pathing to the core multi? If he does, I think we can pretty safely say it should be tripped. If he can't, it won't be. But look at it, he did. Of course he did. He's RIQIREZ. headhunters on the queen in all of that mess with the skeletons. Bam, she got absolutely wrecked. We got a poison, getting some of the pups. This should be crushed at this point. He's got a rage spell in the bank. He hasn't used his warden ability. I don't know why I said I think it should be crushed. It's been annihilated already. He's just, the only reason it doesn't look as annihilated is he's trying to swag the warden. I think he will. Oh, look at those perfect balloons. Tanked most of the red bombs. Ouch. Imagine being this defender. Imagine being this guy. You're running a new diamond base that I've never seen before, and RIQIREZ just swags the warden ability. Obviously in Legends, you're not trying to defend people like RIQIREZ, because it's just really not that possible. But, like, don't want him swagging the warden on me.